Alright, we should be live now. So, good. What is it? What is it? Good afternoon, I guess. Good afternoon. Welcome to my live stream. My name is Zahir. People call me Z, and this is Only Cool Stuff. Basically, I have a online store which sells all kinds of nerdy merch, collectibles, all that kind of good stuff. Oh my god, how are you, Tommy? How are you? Thank you for popping in. Trial World, how are you? How's things in the trial YouTubing space? I heard that you enjoyed it. I'm here because I've been temporarily bananaed over on TikTok. I can't go live there until tomorrow. Jazz, oh my god, how are you guys? Thank you for popping in. It's fun over there, is it? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Guys, finally, my car broke down. Finally, man. I should just let you know. You guys will remember my old Honda. Hey, Babs, how are you? My car broke down literally the day before my 44th birthday. I was 44 on Sunday. Which is quite an age as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm 44, man alive. Yeah, the CRV finally gave up, right? I was at the tip. I was just about to reverse and collect something, and I put the clutch down, and I heard this almighty noise, and then the car wouldn't go into gear. The clutch pedal was fine, but I'm guessing something in the clutch must have, or the gearbox must have gone. And I thought, you know what, at that point, I thought it's time for it to just go. So I got it scrapped. So it's done well. I mean, I got it like all those years ago for like £1,500, and then like it's done amazing. You're still running your Honda Civic, Babs. Awesome. I would, yeah. I mean, it done so well for me. I mean, I bought it for £1,500 all those years ago for about it was on about 70,000 miles. It went. I think it was approaching 180,000 miles. Did I get all the extra fries out? Honestly, there must be all kinds of stuff in that car they're gonna find probably. But yeah, I didn't completely clean it or anything before it got scratched. But yeah, there probably was gonna be odd bits of pieces probably. I don't know. But I'm being a bit of, speaking of fries and things. I'm actually being a bit more healthy. I'm trying to be a little bit more healthy, you know, eating a bit better, drinking more of this stuff rather than Coca-Cola all the time. So yeah, I'm trying to, you know, just improve on the old health. I think that happens to everyone, I suppose, when you get to a certain age. You're like, oh, maybe now is time I should get healthy. Oh gosh, what's happened here? Thank you for the order. Oh, okay, thank God. I was worried for a second. They don't normally thank me for the order. Okay. Okay, cool. That's fine. I was worried that I'd placed orders for someone, and then I thought, oh god, the supplier just got back to me, and then they were just they don't normally thank me. That's why I was just. But anyway, guys, welcome to the stream. So basically, the long and short of this stream is the idea behind this stream is. Me too. Wish health was my number one concern. Can't wait for it. But you know what, Tommy, I'm doing my best. Like, I'm doing my best. But the thing is, I was up to nearly 18 stone, which in like, let's do it in American, shall we? Let's do it in American. So 18 stone. You're gonna be shocked. 18 stone is like massive, right? It's like a wrestler. 18. I was nearly 18. I was 17 stone, and like 11 pounds or. Yeah, 17 and 12 pounds in kilos. Yeah, so in kilos, that's 113 kilos. And in American kg, in 100 kg in pounds. Yeah, I was 250 pounds, Tommy. 250 pounds at one point. I'm now down to what am I now? I'm 15 stone 7 probably at the minute, I think. And now I'm down to 217 pounds. You're 220, Tommy. Really, Tommy? 220. I'm 217 now. I'm 217. But I'm going. I'm going like downwards though. I'm not going upwards. So I'm down to 217, but I've got to drop more. So I've got to get down to probably like my ideal weight is probably 13 stone. So I should be about 180. 180 pounds would probably be a good weight. Like I'm 6'0" on the nose, so I kind of feel like 180 is a good weight for me to be at. So I'm just trying to cut. All it is I'm just trying to cut down the snacks in between. I was 235 during the winter and I felt horrible. Acid reflux. Yeah, it's just not nice to feel that way. You know what I mean? Like, and I kind of feel like it's if you can control that, it can help you control other things. I feel like, do you know what I mean? Like, it gives you a sense of control. Like, being able to control your weight a little bit can just make you feel like maybe I can control other stuff. I don't know. But it's a personal thing, really. It's a personal thing. I was quite happy with my weight for a lot of the years. Do you know what I mean? Fried foods are the devil. Yeah, but they're the best though, Tommy. They're the best. There's not you cannot beat fried chicken. Like, you just can't. Fried chicken is like oh my god, fried chicken or a nice juicy burger. Oh, you just can't beat it. Just cannot beat it. And I'm never gonna know. This is the thing. I'm trying to do this in a way that's sustainable. So I still have full fat Coca-Cola at home. I'm just trying to reduce things. That's all. I'm not saying to myself, no, you're never eating that again because it's bad for you. I will eat things that are bad for me, 100%, because they're also really enjoyable. Like, I can't imagine a life, right, where I don't eat, like, a cheeseburger. Like, I'd be like, what's the fucking, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, if I couldn't eat, like, steak covered in blue cheese, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, you've got to eat. I love my food, as you know, so I'm kind of like, I'm all about that. I just feel like, why not? By the way, guys, can I ask you, the stream's bitrate is what is it? Is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend you use a stream bitrate of 6800 k. Are you serious? Is YouTube serious? They recommend a bitrate of 6800 kilobits per second. Like, why is that? Does my stream look garbage, guys? Let me know. Does it look terrible? Let me know if it looks like absolute trash. I don't think I can change the bitrate as... Oh, we can. I think I can. Let's go to 7,000. Alright, let's do it. Okay, apply. Alright, there we go. Crystal clear. Well, I've just had to up the bitrate. I don't know why, but YouTube was telling me that my bitrate was not good. So I've now changed it. So, like, hopefully it's much better now. Crystal clear. Super stuff. I'm glad it's crystal clear. It should be crystal clear. But it was just warning me. I'm wondering, like, why it's doing that. Anyway, so basically, I've been bananaed on TikTok Live until tomorrow. And so I thought I'd come on live here. And what I've been doing over there, now your beard is great. It was dark and lovely before. Turn it back. No. I'm not. The bitrate is staying. The bitrate stays. The greyness stays. That is who I am. I'm old. I'm 44. Jazz is giving the thumbs up as well. So basically, what I've been doing, some of you might know, is I go onto TikTok Live normally, and I basically show off the stuff I've got on my site. And I'm going to start doing that over here as well, because getting bananaed, aka not being allowed to stream until tomorrow, has just made me think, gosh, I am a bit... You know what? How many of you are like that as well? Like we all try to not have all our eggs in one basket, but you tend to just gravitate towards what works, right? So, like, you just tend to just do what works, and then you end up letting other stuff fall off. So I'm kind of like trying to not do that. So I'm going to be multi-streaming now. So I'm going to make sure that I do stuff here on the tube as well. I'm going to see if I can... I know I can multi-stream. I've done it before. I stopped doing it. So I'm going to keep doing that. So in case ever anything happens on either platform, I can still at least stream on the other, because it's hard to be everywhere. But the thing is, Jazz, like, especially when it comes to like my own site, like my major source of traffic does come from doing lives on TikTok. It would be nice if I could also get another stream of traffic coming from doing lives here on the tube. I mean, I sell some pretty cool stuff that people do want, so it does grab people over, and which is cool. So that's the plan now, to just be live there. You have to file a dispute with your bank. I bought some shelves on TikTok. Never heard heard a word. It's been 2 months. Wow, really? That's crazy. Hey there, Kajrak. How are you? Thank you for joining. Kajrak, you've just come in and commented, Steve. Okay. My feed is cutting out now. No way. It shouldn't be cutting out. Is it? Oh, God almighty. Really? I don't think I'm having any issues. I don't. It says excellent connection, my end. It says excellent connection. Sound breaks up. Oh, God. Alright. Why is sound breaking up? I have no idea why the sound is breaking up. I'm going to have to see what that is. I'm not sure. It can't be my audio. I mean, it's not my stream. I don't think I'm getting any dropped frames or anything. Is it maybe because I, like, hit the table, maybe? What about now? I mean, is it okay now or not? Let me know if it's actually okay now or not. Either you developed a really bad stutter or the sound is dropping every other word. Oh, man. Oh, bugger. That just sucks. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure why that is. I'm just thinking why that could be. Seems okay now. I don't know. Like, it's weird. No, it's clipping. Like, why would it be clipping though? I don't get it. Like, when you say it's clipping, is it too loud or is it distorted? Is that what it is? Is it distorting? Or is it still breaking up for you, Tommy? Refresh your stream for me, dude. It's better now. Okay. Yeah, I just reduced it. Maybe it was clipping the audio. So I like going to... Yeah, I'm using a different mic. It's not bad here. Slight occasional pauses. But yeah, we don't want any pauses, Jazz. We want it to be smooth, right? We want it to be super smooth. If it's still pausing, I'm going to reduce the bitrate. Took a while to get across the Atlantic. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, I might need to just adjust it a little bit. I don't know. It's fine now. Good stuff, Babs. Thank you for letting me know. By the way, guys, look, I had this for ages. I got sent this little Lego brick thing earlier, like years ago. It feels like YouTube sent this to me when I was doing more YouTubes. That it was like a free gift for doing live streams and YouTubing and stuff. I've just completely stopped. I don't know. I need to get back on the wagon. Just need to get. But how cool is that though? It's like a little Lego YouTube thing. Should I put it in the background with some purple lights? What is it with people streaming with all purple lights everywhere and stuff? Everyone's like a cookie cutter, aren't they? Everyone just like copies each other, and then everyone looks like homogenized and just boring. Like, you know, I don't know. Put this in and everyone had one of these in the background at some point as well, didn't they? But there we go. What else anyway, I'm gonna get back to doing what I normally do over on TikTok. So, here's something that I sold, by the way. Check this out. Check this out. Look at this. Any fans of roller coasters? Look at that. That is so awesome. That is a Nemesis Reborn giant. Oh, love it. Honestly, everyone uses them. Purple lights. I don't get it. Like, I mean, they're nice for ambient lighting. I get it, but it just feels like there was a stage where, especially over on Twitch, like every streamer had like the same. They're like a pot plant in the corner and lots of purple lights everywhere. Like where's the kind of, you know, I don't know, just to show a bit about yourself, be a bit more personal. Like, surely not everyone just wants pot plants and purple lights. I don't get it. But I could be wrong anyway. I'm pretty just like, it doesn't matter what other people do anyway. But it's actually quite warm in here. Right, guys. The idea of this stream, like I said, is to just like promote my site anyway. So I'm going to start doing that over here on the tube as well. So I basically show off all the cool stuff that I've got on my site, and then obviously people like, and just toys and collectibles in general. So it's just kind of like a show and tell type stream, I guess. And then like people go over to the site, and if they like something, they can obviously pick it up for themselves. That's the whole idea of it. And this works really well. But I would like it to also be a thing here over on the tube. I'm not sure how it will work. But also, guys, are any of you watching me on a phone? I want to know, like, are any of you guys watching me on a phone, or are you watching me on what's it called? Do you ever have the Wizards of the Coast Harry Potter TCG? No, Jazz, I've not seen that in forever. So I've not seen that. The problem is, Jazz, like everyone's into cards so much now. I don't really do cards unless I come across them. But if I do come across them, I'll bear you in mind, Jazz. I'll give you first dibs if I ever do come across them. But it's card stuff is just so hot. Like everyone gravitates towards trading cards now. It's just not something that I kind of myself am big into. I used to do them with the shop, but since being from home, I've not really been doing a lot of like trading card stuff at all. It's more mostly toys and collectibles. So like I'll show you some of the stuff. So we recently had this come in. Check this out. Check this out, guys. How awesome is this? Who remembers this movie? What a great movie. Look. Let me just zoom in. I'll have to make it brighter for you as well so you can actually see it because it is friggin' awesome. Let's make that a lot brighter. There we go. Have a look at that. Isn't that amazing? That is obviously Hannibal the Cannibal there. This is the prison escape version. I mean, those head sculpts are so good. I mean, that is such an amazing Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, the detail is bonkers on these. Like, they look so accurate. The accuracy, like the paintwork is just insane. And you do actually get like a diorama with it as well. So you get like the prison bars, and you get like his dinner. So you can actually pose him. And he's got the truncheon. There's the truncheon as well. So yeah, they are absolutely brilliant figures. They really are. So it's all super bright now, I'm guessing, but it'll yeah. But I do more stuff like that. So the NECA stuff and the other figures. I'll show you some of the other stuff I've got as well. Like this is pretty awesome. Oh, look at how cute this is. Oh, I've got like the cutest Leatherface as well. So this is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the Mezco Living Dead doll. I mean, absolutely stunning that is as well. These are like 10-inch dolls, but again, just adorable. So you get Leatherface. He's got like a proper cloth outfit on, like proper like clothing. His tie and apron and shirt, and then you also get his extra head sculpt there with that mask. He comes with his chainsaw. And he actually comes with a blazer as well. So if you want, you can have him posed like that, which is like at the end of the movie where he's running after them as they're escaping with his chainsaw. Or you can obviously have him like that, which is like him at the beginning of the movie. So if you're a fan of Texas Chainsaw, that is an amazingly cool item. So I love doing stuff like this. And I've been getting a lot of vintagey stuff as well. I've got some really cool retro toys as well. But yeah, I've got loads. Terrifier stuff is really popular as well. The Terrifier stuff is something else that I do get in as well. So, loads of bits like that really. Oh, hold on, I've just had an email. Thank you. Your order. Yes, I can. Let's have a look. Yeah. I might need to put my glasses on to read this actually. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay. Oh, shit. Alright, guys. So I'm just doing a little bit of work stuff. I'll be with you in a second. Anyway, how is everyone? I hope everyone is fine. Hope everyone's good. Hope life is treating you all as well as it can. It's been a while since I've caught up with anyone. I've just been like very into myself, as it were, which is a shame, but just the way it is now. I remember like when we used to go live all the time, like live streaming daily. It was bonkers, wasn't it? It was so cool. And then I remember watching Tommy and Tracy. I was like, oh, great stuff. Jazz and Brad, you guys are still making videos regularly, aren't you? So I've seen you guys doing quite well on your channel with all the whole workings of your business. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's see what that is again. Okay, bear with me. Get this sorted. Same man, very in our own lane with the blinders on, but getting videos out still. Yeah, I think that's just it. Bab says, "Have you seen Nick and Andrew taking a break?" I did actually see their video pop up. There was like a little 2-minute video, wasn't it? They're just taking a break. I mean, those guys have been consistent for years, though. Like Babs, do you know what I mean? Like Nick and Andrew have been so consistent, like for years. Like just solid, haven't they? I don't remember them really taking any big breaks, so you can kind of appreciate if they want to take a bit of time away. It is just a bit of a break, a little bit of a holiday, so I completely get that. It's very difficult to consistently do anything, really. But I get what you mean, Jazz. Yeah, in your own lane, blinders on, getting the videos. I think that's the best way to be sometimes, Jazz. I really do. I think it's just nice to just get your head down, work on yourself, because I feel like with social stuff, with online stuff, it's really easy to get like invested into so many different people's like worlds and insights. So if you think about it, that can happen, and then before you know it, you're just like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just in a situation where you can end up in a situation where like you're always distracted because you're always following something or following someone or whatever the case may be. I completely, I kind of feel like it's a good thing. They've been consistent, that's why it's slightly worrying. We'll miss some amazing content. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it should be too worrying, Babs. I think it is just a case of needing a break. You do get like, to the point, you got to think like they go live like clockwork every Sunday night. They make videos during the week, and not to mention they are actually very busy people as well. Like, they run their business, they've got a lot of stuff going on, work, so many different fingers in different pies. So I don't think it should be too worrying. I think they're just taking a nice little break. Hopefully they'll be back soon. I don't think they'll be away for too long. I'd hope not anyway, because I mean they've grown something amazing, and they're not going to just suddenly stop. Like I think they said in the video anyway that it's not. They still like doing YouTube and stuff. So they're just having a little break. I mean, well deserved break. Okay, that's done. Yeah, it's very hard to be consistent though. It is amazing content. Yeah, they're so like straight up, aren't they? Straight up and honest. Alright, let me just get this emailed. Need to just do a little email here. A little bit of an email. And that is done. Reply. There we go. As we know about backs. There we go. Super sorted. Is Stitch crazy over there now, like it is here again? Yeah, everyone's sorry about that, guys. I was just doing. Yeah, Stitch is super popular. People love Lilo and Stitch, and I think there's a Stitch like live action movie, isn't there? So people are like getting very excited again. What are you looking forward to at the moment? What's on the horizon? In what sense, Jazz? In what sense? Like, in terms of what am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to losing a bit of my weight, like personally, and it's making me feel quite good. Like I said, I have actually lost a little bit of weight over how I was, and in any sense, and I feel like it's going to make me feel like I can control things, and it's making me a bit more motivated. I'm looking forward to kind of getting my eBay back. I think I've been in a bit of like a the past couple of years have been a bit rough, like with closing the shop and everything. I think I've not fully really, I've been a bit like just coasting, but I'm determined now to not just get the website up and going at a better rate, which it, touch wood, it's been really good recently. I've built a really nice customer base. I've got so many good repeat customers as well. So the website is been a really nice thing, but it's kind of come at the detriment of doing my eBay stuff, which I still like to do, and I still know what stuff to pick up that makes good profit, and I've not been really doing it. Like my eBay store is now at 50 items. There was a time where it was a good couple thousand. I don't think I want to get back up to like a couple thousand, but I do want to get into I do want it to be a bit bigger than it is, not just for the sake of the numbers, but I want to be like regularly putting good stuff up. So I want to get that back up to a good level and a good level of income there. So yeah, those things are on the horizon, really. Just kind of like resetting a little bit, resetting, and just getting better. Like I want the site to just keep getting better. My main thing, I suppose, is I just want the website to get better, and also I'd like to get back on the social media bandwagon. Yeah, exactly. A bit of honestly, that's what it is, Jazz. Honestly, that's what it is. I'm feeling a bit better, and it's weird, like how you have to find like a source of fuel for that energy and motivation. Like you need a source of energy, and I think I found that with like trying to just get healthy, because it's one of those things where I don't like, you don't like the way you look or something, you don't like how you're feeling, you don't like how your trousers fit you and stuff, and it's a little thing, and I was like, wait a second, fixing that is something I can do right now. It doesn't cost any money. I can just focus on it and get my head around it, and doing that, like being more disciplined with my just how I live. So for example, not just grabbing snacks constantly throughout the day. All I'm doing really is eating 3 meals a day. That's what I've done, and it's been working, and it's made me feel a lot better. I'm feeling more energetic, and then that's led me to like being more motivated to work harder on the site, like I said, and also now to get back onto the eBay thing. I want the eBay to I think I'm pretty confident I can get it back up to a decent level very quickly, because I don't feel like you need a lot of product in order to sell a lot. I feel like you just need the right product. I feel like if you have the right items, you don't need to have stacks and stacks of stuff. I want to try to get to the point where I'm at least for now, where I'm just listing those items and looking for those items, just being that much more specific. But yeah, my main goal, I suppose, if you were to push me on it, if you were what's the most important thing, I would like my site to just really be a big thing, matched with social media though. I'm kind of, it's really weird, but I'm kind of just I think social media is way more important than I thought it was. Social media marketing, I want to become a social media and marketing, really good at that, because I feel like those are that's really important, way more important than other stuff. Less so when it comes to eBay, but more so when it comes to your own website. So for example, I'm not obviously the only website that sells nerdy toys and collectibles. You can buy the same nerdy toys and collectibles elsewhere. I need to give a customer a reason to not go elsewhere and come to me to buy their nerdy collectibles. And so there are a couple of ways which you can do that. Now, some people will take the easy route, which is they will just offer the product that people want at the lowest price. And that might work in the short term, but you're also just creating a lot of work for yourself, and you're not going to be making. It's not sustainable in the long run, I don't think. I think there's only so far you can go with just being the cheapest, because you know what, I just don't feel that's a safe reason, and it doesn't build loyalty, because then your customers are only coming to you because you're the cheapest. and that's not a good reason for them to be coming to you. You want them to come to you because they actually enjoy shopping with you, or they like you as a brand or whatever, and that is going to get you the most kind of reliable, repeatable business. And I've just come to realize, especially when it comes to like I said, the website and doing like wholesale type stuff, you've got to give people a reason to shop with you, and that reason is going to be your social media presence in the modern day. It is going to be it's that old adage, people buy from people, right? Like everyone always says that. It's that same old thing, people buy from people, but you now have to show that through your social media, because like I'm not silly. I'm not saying I do anything unique. I'm not like ignorant enough to be like, oh, I do something that no one else does. No, that's not true. I do what lots of other businesses do. What lots of other websites sell nerdy merch. Who doesn't? Like everyone's a retro toy collector. Everyone's a retro toy dealer or a video game dealer or whatever. But you want to be like you want people to go to you for more than that. So for example, like not just only on TikTok, but there's these guys that got a lot of heat as well. But there's this like big American company that does retro video games and things. They do like N64s and things like that. And there's loads of videos of people hating on them. I can't remember their name now. I don't know their name. But anyway, the guy is everywhere. If you follow video games, you'll find his content either on here or over on TikTok or whatever. And they get so much hate as well, where people buy stuff from them and then pull it apart and they're like, oh, this hasn't been serviced like they said. Oh, this is overpriced. Look how expensive this is. You could get the same bundle so much cheaper. And what those boneheads that are making those ignorant comments aren't realizing is there's a reason why people are happy to pay more for their Nintendo 64 over some other dude who's photographed their N64 on their sofa and sold it on eBay for a lot less. Okay, there's a reason why they're willing to go and pay more money to do that, and it is because they want to buy from him. They want to buy from his company, and if you can't get your head around that, then you're just thick. I mean, like another great example, like pet stuff, right? There's someone called Girl with the Dogs or something. I can't remember her name, but she's a pet groomer. Now that's not unique. There's bazillions of pet groomers. Even on my tiny little high street here in Garstang, we've got a tiny high street. It's got about 3 or 4 pet groomers on this tiny little high street. Now, like, there's nothing special about being a pet groomer. You can't offer something magically better. You can't be like, oh, I'm the best pet groomer. I'll cut the dog's hair the best. There's only so much you can be good at. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's only so much you can go by in terms of your tools that you use or whatever. But the reason why everyone wants to go to, like, people travel countries to take their pets to Girl with the Dogs. I think that's what she's called. She's massively popular. She's got millions of subscribers here on the tube. And like, she just grooms dogs and whatever, right? Like, she grooms animals, but people want her. They will travel across countries bringing their animals at great expense just to have them featured on her channel and to get groomed by her. Now, she's a pet groomer. Her business is pet grooming, but her social media presence is what has made her like so special. And like, I feel like that's what it's all about when it comes to when you're offering a service, or if you're doing something in a competitive market. You've got to have this whole social media thing down. You just have to. I think it's less important if you're just a generalist selling random stuff on eBay. I get that, because obviously, one day you're just selling all random stuff, and you're selling it if you're just selling stuff on the strength of the product, great. But if you're looking to move like more quantity and get higher prices for items in a competitive market, so for example, lots of people sell NECA action figures, right? You can go to HMV and get them. You can go to any number of places to buy them. But I've got customers now who will only buy from me, who wait for me to get things in for them. And it's now getting to the point where they're even happy to buy things on back order and wait for me to order it in for them, and they still want to spend their money with me, and that's because they see me on TikTok, they hang out, they're part of the community that we've created over there, and I feel like I didn't quite, like, I always saw social media as just, it's a lot of fun, it's nice, but it really is massively important. Like, you can see why, this isn't new news. I mean, companies have spent like bajillions on advertising and marketing for years, right? But now we're in a situation where you can do your own marketing and you can do your own social media, and you don't have to pay like an advertising agency. So yeah, that's goal to have that. Honestly, loyal customer base is like the best thing, Jazz. Like, it is so nice. And then when you look at like your sales through the month, and you can see like that a big chunk of your sales have come from repeat buyers, it is so nice. And it's because, it's like I said, loyal customers, but it's been created from that social media stuff. So it's really important to do that, I think. So that's why I'm going to do that over here too. So like, I want to kind of see if I can build build an audience here on YouTube would be quite good as well. Like, if I was like, because literally, honestly, that's all it is on TikTok, is I sit here and I show people stuff. I think with over there though, you do seem to find it easier to get in front of people, like get shown. Like, I think it feels like it's easier to be shown over there. I'm not sure why that is, but like, your streams seem to get like pumped out a bit more, so it's easier to pick up viewers. Like, each live stream I'll be picking up new followers, etc. So it's really good over there. I think over here I'm not sure how to crack that code, especially on this channel, because I think this channel is so heavily obviously based on reselling, which I'm still doing. I'm still reselling, I'm just doing it slightly different. I mean, I still do pre-owned stuff as well, so I still do loads of pre-owned like toys and games and collectibles and the other stuff as well. But I suppose the idea is just for me to come on here and slowly start regrowing the viewership, get back up to where we were. I kind of feel like a bit silly, because obviously there was a point where Beck and I were going live and we were getting nearly 200 live viewers at one point. And we gave it all up. This is the thing, headspace is important. I'm sad about it, obviously, that we've lost all of that, but at the same time, I'll always put headspace first. It's really important to have a good headspace, and if you're not happy, like if you're stressing, then you've got to look after yourself. So I'm not, in that respect, I'm happy with the decision we made, but it's now about building back up, so we can slowly start growing again. So I'm going to be doing, every time I go live over there on the Ticking Clock app, I will be streaming here as well at the same time. So I did do it for a little bit, but then I stopped. I was like, what's the point? Most of my interaction happens over on the Ticking Clock app, and over here it tends to be a bit quieter, but it's not going to become less quiet unless I keep doing it, right? That's the thing. It's so easy to be like, it's not working over here. Well, it's not going to start working if I stop, is it? Then it's guaranteed to never work. Whereas if I at least keep going, then I might actually be able to pick up more viewers and grow in that respect. So yeah, that's the idea, really. That's the idea. Anyway, I'm going to start showing some bits and pieces off. Why not? So, let's see what other items I've got to show you. So, give you an example of some of the things that I've got on my website, guys. I have got this really awesome Doctor Who Welcome Aboard Airfix kit. This has actually become a bit more desirable. You can now get, I call it the Ticking Clock, Jazz, just because, it's like, you have to, apparently they don't like you using different words. Like, apparently they don't like you using like the different names. So apparently over on the Ticking Clock, if you say YouTube, I think it doesn't bode well. I don't think they like it. And I'm guessing then it would be the same over here. Maybe YouTube wouldn't like you using, who knows? Maybe they will like using TikTok. I don't know. By the way, Jazz, are you watching this on your phone or on a computer? And if you're watching on your phone, am I like vertical, full screen? Let me know. because the idea of doing this vertical is because obviously that's what I do over on TikTok as well, is vertical. And then also apparently if you live stream on vertical on YouTube, you get shown in the shorts feed. So who knows, people might find me from the shorts feed, because that's the only way it seems to like get lots of interaction on my channel these days anyway. But anyway, one of the items on my site, guys, is a Doctor Who Welcome Aboard Airfix kit. This thing is becoming quite desirable. I think online these are fetching about 70 to 80 quid now. I've got this on my site for about 50 or 55, so I believe you should be able to see the link to my site in the bio. Let me just double check that actually, because that would be bad if you can't, but I'm pretty sure it is there. Let me have a look. Yes, it is in the bio, so you can see it. I am on phone and it's struggling. Oh, bless. Your phone is struggling. Why? Is it because of the... just because of the... I bet you it's the bit rate, because it told me to up the bit rate, and I made it higher. I'm going to drop the bit rate. I think that's way too high, if I'm honest. I'm going to drop the bit rate like down to... We're going down to like 3,000. We're going to go to 3,000, okay, because that's ridiculous. I think anything else is ridiculous. We're going down to 3,000 bit rate. I'm not going to do more than that. I think that's nonsense to have it higher than that. Let me just close all these things here down as well. Give my computer some breathing space. There we go. Yeah, it might improve now. It may improve. I have just reduced the bit rate of the stream. So hopefully it'll pick up, because it's not good if you're getting like janky bit rates and stuff, if you're getting a bad experience watching. Hopefully on the phone it'll be fine. Now let me actually go on my phone and have a look as well. Let me just log in to the old tubes. Let's have a look. Be like Inception, just watching. There we go. View channel. Yeah, I am live. Yeah, it looks good on my phone. It looks good on my phone, guys. Yeah, we're looking good. I don't know. Maybe you need to just log in again, or it's nice and smooth. It's looking good. I don't know what it could be that's causing that, but we are good at the moment. But anyway, here is the Doctor Who set. Anyway, that is on the site. I'll give you an example of some other stuff that I've got. If you're a fan of Street Fighter, I've also got these awesome Street Fighter figures as well. Absolutely stunning these are. So these are like this is like Dalsim. Let me just quickly go that to live. There you go. So this is obviously like Dalsim from Street Fighter. Very, very cool. Let me just put that onto live chat. There we go. Yeah, and we've also got Ryu as well. So if you're after some Street Fighter figures, these are pretty awesome. There is Ryu, looking very cool. Lots of accessories again with these guys. You get the extra head sculpts, you get the fists, you get the Hadouken effect as well. So you can have him posed, and you can have him obviously throwing out a Hadouken, which is always quite cool. We've also got, I mean, it gets crazier. I've got Elvis Presley figures as well. If there's any Elvis fans, we've got these really nice McFarlane Elvis Presley figures. These are from back in the day. They're from like the early 2000s, I think, and they are actually quite popular. Definitely very nice detail on them as well. The head sculpt actually looks pretty decent, I would say. So there is that as well. And what else can I show you guys? We have also got, like I said, we do a lot of horror stuff. So we've also got stuff like this. This is a Carrie figure from the 2013 version of the movie. So there is that as well. And what else can I show you guys? Loads of bits. Let me just see if there's any other bits I can show on here. Alerts. There we go. What else can I show you guys? We've got stuff like Hellraiser as well. I do lots of loose stuff as well. There's lots of loose stuff you can get as well. So we've got a NECA Pinhead Hellraiser figure. Very detailed as well. There you go. If you're a fan of Hellraiser, Clive Barker's Hellraiser, that is a really nice 7-inch scale figure as well. He comes complete with the lament configuration. Like if I just zoom in, let me just zoom in to show you. There we go. You can actually see the lament configuration there as well. And there's the figure itself. Absolutely stunning. Is The Last of Us popping off over there? Yeah, I think Last of Us is very popular. I've not seen it yet. I've not played the games or watched the show. But yeah, it is very, very popular, Last of Us. Can't say how popular. I can't say enough how popular it is. And I've even got this, which is super cool. Anyone remembers Dogma by Kevin Smith? This is an OG Buddy Christ figure from back in the day. These go for about £50 on eBay, but I've got this on my site at a much cheaper price. I can't remember what the price is, but I think it's like 25 or 30 or something like that. Well worth checking out if you're a fan of Dogma. That is some real nice vintage OG merch. Look at, I'm not sure what the date on that is, but let's zoom in to find out. There we go. It is from the year 2000. It's 25 years old, that is. So yeah, if you like Buddy Christ, if you like Kevin Smith's movies. Blue Fox, how are you? Thank you for popping in. Yeah, so if you like Kevin Smith movies, that is a great item to have. It's not often that you see those. I've also got a bunch of Marvel stuff. So we've got these NECA head, these are called head knockers. So this is a Spider-Man Homecoming resin figure. They're like hand-painted resin figures, and they're basically bobbleheads. They're just like fancy bobbleheads. They're made by NECA, obviously. Very cool. You see the design there. So Spidey like stood on like what looks to be like a chimney stack, just looking pretty cool. And it's obviously the Spider-Man from Spider-Man Homecoming. So that is really awesome. If you're looking for something a bit fancy, if you're looking for something like a super decent collectible, I also do the Mezco 1/12 Collective Miles Morales Spider-Man from Across the Spider-Verse. So 1/12 Collective is like they're 6-inch scale figures, 1/12 scale, which tend to be like 6-inch tall figures, and they're like just designer action figures. So they've got proper clothing on them rather than plastic sculpted clothing. They come with a lot of accessories. They're super posable. They're basically like the creme de la creme of like an action figure. So you do pay a bit more, but you do get a lot more. So in this case, you obviously get the amazing body sculpt there, which is designed to look like Miles Morales from Across the Spider-Verse. And that is a proper stretchy outfit he's got on as well. You get the mask, without mask head sculpt. You get the mask lifted, and then you get like those head sculpts there as well. And then you can see you also get a range of webs that he can be shooting out. You get like a dynamic posing stand with his spider sense accessory and a comic. And then you get a bunch of different hand gestures as well. So you can pose him exactly how you want. I do actually have him out on display as well because he is a very cool figure. So I've just chosen his big bug eye look because I just think it's awesome. But this is what he will look like on display. Like if you've got him in a pose, like I've just got him in a random, shooting out webs pose. I think he looks freaking awesome. So you can just see there, that's proper material. It all stretches nicely. And then you've got him on the dynamic stand there. It just looks so cool. So if you're after like a top end bit of kit, bit of fanciness for your Spider-Man collection or your action figure collection in general, that is really good. They are 85 quid, these ones, but that's well worth it. £85 is actually a very good price. On the bay, you're looking at about £100 for these, so 85 quid is actually a very good price for these as well. Again, I'll just bring you in just so you can kind of see the detail. If I can move my face out of the way, you can just, now it's zooming in on the wrong thing. There you go. I hate when it focuses on the wrong thing. Don't focus on the wrong thing, focus on there you go. You can see like the material there on his suit. It is very, very cool. So yeah, that is a nice little figure that I have as well. Continuing with the Marvel theme, we've also got Doctor Doom. So there's a nice Doctor Doom resin figure as well, which is pretty awesome. Again, it's like a hand-painted resin, and it is like basically it's like a bobblehead. So yeah, you can't go wrong with that. It's a nice little bobblehead, nicely hand-painted. They're quite solid. There is actually a picture of this on my site. So like, if by the way, guys, if you do see anything that you like, my site is linked in the description. You can nip over there and have a look at the prices and what I've got available. So that is the Doctor Doom head knocker. So these are called head knockers. There you go. By NECA, and then this is obviously the Doctor Doom version, which is pretty awesome, I think. And we've got Iron Man again. Same thing. Hey Antoinette, how are you? Thank you for popping into the stream. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you guys. By the way, can I just appreciate all you old school YouTube viewers? Thank you for popping in. It does mean a lot. I appreciate the support. I've not been on here very much, but I am going to be now going forward because yeah, I've realised eggs in one basket is a no-no, guys. Eggs in one basket is a no-no. So yeah, that is going to happen. So here is the Iron Man. So nice resin figure again. It's a bobblehead. When you get them, they do have like little bits of bubble wrap underneath their heads to stop them from bobbling in transit and getting damaged. But they are beautiful little figures. I mean, I'll give you an example. Actually, I'll show you that. I know this one has been opened for to show, so I will actually show this one off because it's actually quite a nice one to look at. Just to give you an example of them. Let's have a look. So I did open this for the photos on the site, but just, you know what, sometimes boxes just don't do things justice. So, and it gives me an excuse to unbox it and have a look again, because I do really like these. Oh, here he is. Just get him out from here. So this is what you would be getting. They're very nice statues, these. There we go. So there you go. On the base, obviously it says NECA and Marvel, and that is what he looks like out of the box. See, it's beautiful paintwork, really cool pose, and like I said, it's got that bubble wrap there just to stop the head from wobbling while it's in transport, while it's being shipped out. But that is a very nice resin sculpt, some lovely paintwork there. And just have a look at that there. You can just see they've done a great job. It's obviously like the comic book look of Doctor Doom. I love those eyes. They've done such a good job with the eyes. They look really maniacal. So yeah, looking forward to the movie as well when it comes out. I want to see Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. There must be so much pressure on him, I think, like to smash this role as well, because obviously he completely owned Iron Man, so now they're going to be like expecting God knows what magic from him. We'll see what happens. Right, let me just put this back in the box. Very cool. Just carefully place him back in. No, I don't sell on Amazon SSA. I only sell. SSA I only sell on my site, and I sell on the Bay. But on the Bay, I tend to do more pre-owned electronics and things like that, of that nature. So yeah, like I tend to mostly sell. Like I said, let's get that in there. Yeah, I tend to want to. I direct people onto my site. So yeah, Amazon. The thing with selling stuff like this, SSA on Amazon or eBay, is unfortunately NECA, for example. Like NECA do a lot of NECA gets NECA products get counterfeited loads. So they get counterfeited loads. So it's not good. And the problem is like if you and most people can't tell the difference unless they've got the figures side by side. The difference is quite big. They can, but the problem is SSA. A lot of these things on Amazon, you'd be up against people that are selling counterfeit versions. That's my point. The problem is, so they're going to be selling counterfeit items, even on Amazon. Just because you're buying from Amazon doesn't automatically mean, obviously, that it's legit. There's a lot of sellers, a lot of unscrupulous sellers that get in fake product from China, and they are selling it for far less than the normal price, and those listings then get boosted to the top of the sales rankings and get all the sales. Yeah, exactly. They look very close unless you get them side by side, SSA. Like I've on my TikTok account, I don't know if I've done it here as well. I don't know if I uploaded it to my shorts. I might have uploaded it to my YouTube shorts. I did a video on my YouTube shorts showing the difference between a real and a fake NECA figure. The differences are quite big when you when you've got the figures next to each other. But the problem that I've got is you're up against sellers that are going to be selling, like you said, AliExpress, Alibaba counterfeit goods. And they're going to be like able to underprice you, and the thing is, because they're going to get all the sales, they get boosted up. With this kind of product, it's so much better just to sell it on your own platform. The other reason to sell it on your own platform is obviously the fees, because the margins on these are not very like, they're not amazing. Do you know what I mean? You're not buying a NECA figure for a tenner to sell it for 40. Put it that way. Paying a lot more. So your margin's a lot smaller. So obviously it makes sense to sell it on your site where you're going to be paying minimal fees. You're going to be paying obviously the site upkeep, the costs of like the hosting, and then you're going to obviously pay your payment processor. So it makes a lot of sense to just, if you're going to do these types of wholesale, for me it makes a lot of sense just to promote it on your own site, sell it on your own site. That way you're, and plus I've noticed that like the average spend, etc., is so much better on my site than it ever is on eBay. Like I get people coming in buying multiple things. Again, it's the same issue with TikTok Shop, SSA. Far too much in terms of control, fees. TikTok Shop is great for people that are importing cheap tap from like China and are willing to sell it, because the thing is, again, because TikTok have got such strict control over your business, if I was to sell an expensive item with a thin margin on TikTok, obviously the fees are bad, but also customers can just randomly open returns saying they've not received items, etc., things like that, and TikTok will just refund. It's very much like Amazon FBA. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, just so you know. That's why I wouldn't do that either. TikTok Shop would be good to promote other people's items. You know, when people do the affiliate thing where they go on live and they promote other people's items and get a commission. I can see the benefit of that because you're not holding the stock. But if I was selling my own stock, I wouldn't be comfortable selling it on TikTok, because also at first they keep your money as well for like 3 weeks after the fact, kind of like Vinted and stuff does. I don't like that either. Like when I get paid on my website, because I use PayPal as my payment processor, you pay me, I get the money immediately, which is great because then it allows me to do things like back order. So then I can hold more expensive items without actually having them to hand. So someone can back order something from me. Once I've got their money, I then go and get the item and then ship it out to them. And that allows me to do that as well, which obviously I couldn't do otherwise. So it gives you a lot more flexibility, I think. No, it's not made by a Shopify SSA. It's a WordPress. Yeah, it's WordPress. So yeah, you just get a lot more control. You can do so many things. Like I've even actually ran auctions on my site, which has been a lot of fun. So like with my viewers over on TikTok, we would put like an item up on the website. We call them janky auctions because they're kind of like a little bit janky, isn't it, when you think about it? And then like the viewers would go, like whilst they were live with me on TikTok, they'd be going over to the site and bidding on items, and that was working really well as well. So that's something else, you know, that I like to do as well. So it's all different things. Speaking of auctions as well, obviously I do like Whatnot though. Whatnot's actually pretty good. I enjoy doing a bit of Whatnot. Same thing, SSA. Unfortunately, I'm bananaed on there from going live until tomorrow. So I've got, I'm not allowed to go live until tomorrow on there. which is why I've come live on here. But yeah, if you just search only cool stuff, it should come up. I think it's only cool stuff shop. So yeah, with you know, it's a nice little community we've got over there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back live on there. But I will also be multi-streaming over here because I need to build this back up as well. I'd love to get to the point where I had two similarly sized audiences simultaneously streaming on TikTok and on YouTube. That would be amazing, because then that would be like two streams of potential customers as well for the website as well, which would be good. And also SSA, obviously do check out the website if you already haven't. There's always good stuff in the pre-owned section as well. Because as well as new stuff, I do sell pre-owned items as well. Shit. I do sell pre-owned items as well, such as this awesome Shane figure from The Walking Dead. If there's any Walking Dead fans out there, this is a really cool McFarlane Toys Shane figure. You can just see the detail on him, on the sculpt. It's amazing. It is just a very cool looking figure. So yeah, stuff like that is on there on the pre-owned section as well. What else? Oh, super rare item for you Pokemon fans as well. I've got a Mario Pikachu. This was an exclusive to the Japan Pokemon Center. So these are actually quite desirable. Again, these go for about 80 to 100 pounds on the bay. Absolutely bonkers, still with the tag as well. So it's a Mario Pikachu, and he's also available on the site as well, which I think is very, very cool. You don't see those very often. So yeah, proper, like all the genuine tags on there as well. But that is also on the site as well. If you do see anything that you like, guys, for those of you that are new here, my name is Z. This is Only Cool Stuff. I basically have a site selling nerdy merch. So whether you're into Mario Pikachu, or you might be into little Game of Thrones figures like this Jaime Lannister, very cute. These are on the site for just a £5, guys. That's less than a Big Mac meal, and you can get yourself a Jaime Lannister figure, which is very cool. So yeah, if you do like anything that you see, go check out the link for my site. It's in the bio or in the description, or just go onto Google and just search Only Cool Stuff, and my site should pop up for you, and then you'll be able to go and browse all the amazing items that I've got on there at amazing prices as well. So definitely do go and check that out, guys. Do check that out. I've also got lots of Marvel stuff, some really cool Marvel stuff actually. So if you're a Marvel Legends collector, I've got the Groot Evolution. This is a really, really nice action figure, this one, because it comes with, obviously, Groot there. His legs are actually just underneath because he's quite a tall figure. So you get Groot himself, but if I zoom in and brighten this up a little bit for you guys so you can actually see it, you get a tiny little potted Groot figure, because obviously this is Groot Evolution. So you get tiny little potted Groot, and then you get little tiny baby Groot there as well. And then obviously the evolution of Groot is there. Absolutely stunning figure that is. Let me just adjust the old brightness again, because that is now too bright. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I'm always adding new stuff as well to the site. We're getting deliveries in pretty regularly, so there's always going to be new stuff added as well. So it's always worth keeping an eye out on the site. Continuing with the Marvel Legends, we have also got a Thor Love and Thunder figure. So this is a Marvel Legends Thor Love and Thunder figure. Not many people like this movie. I've not seen it myself, but the figure looks pretty cool. I'll give it that. I'm not very motivated to see the movie either. The last movie I saw at the cinema was Sinners, and it was just insanely good. I absolutely loved it. Sinners has to be one of the best films I've watched at the cinema in a while, so really enjoyed that. But yeah, that is Love and Thunder Thor. More Groot here. We've even got a larger Groot figure. Now this guy is on my site, I believe, for like 30 quid, and on the bay these are going for £40 plus. So this is a Groot in his Ravager outfit, so this is becoming a more collectible figure as well. Let me just zoom in so you can actually see the detail, because it is a very detailed figure actually. Even though it's quite large, it's got a nice amount of detail, very cute. So yeah, there is Groot in his Ravager. Is it Ravager? No, yeah, Ravager outfit. His Ravager outfit, guys. So we've got that as well. And then there's more Marvel. I've got loads more Marvel. We've got Winter Soldier. We've got Vision. We've got all kinds of stuff. So there is a Marvel Select Winter Soldier figure. That is very nice as well. Lots of detail. Marvel Select figures tend to come with all the really nice diorama style pieces, which are quite good because dioramas just add so much to a figure. Like they just make it display that much better. So yeah, I feel like that's a cool thing. Really a cool thing. By the way, guys, those of you that are in the chat, I'd appreciate it if you could just tap the screen, give it some hearts. I believe that will help get the stream shared out. I don't know if that works here actually on the old YouTube or not, but I'm pretty sure it should do if you just tap the screen and like give it some hearts, give it some likes, share the stream out if you can do. Get as many people to see it as possible because obviously I want as many people to be able to see this nerdy merch as possible. Yeah, it does work. The little heart came up on this chat, so I can tell when people are tapping it. So keep tapping that. Little hearts will pop up on my screen as well. I do appreciate the likes, guys. It does make a big difference. I know a lot of people always ask it, but the reason is it's just to get seen, right? It's the only way you can get seen. You have to let them know that you're enjoying, even if you enjoy it a tiny bit, if you're enjoying what you're watching, just double tap and just keep giving it hearts because that will just, you know, the more hearts it gets, the more it gets shared out. That's how it works over on the ticking clock. I've forgotten how it works here on the tube. I'm not sure whether you can just like or dislike and that's it, but I'm guessing you can do like, I don't know how it works. Anyway, here is another cool item. So for those of you that are into music, this is a Motorhead goblet. So this is a resin Motorhead goblet, hand painted, and it's obviously got the Ace of Spades theme on it. So you can see you've got the War Pig, or the Snaggletooth. Is that the Snaggletooth, I believe? Now that Snaggletooth is actually sculpted. It's like a figural 3D sculpt thing on the side of the goblet. Lovely paintwork. You've got the Motorhead logo just above. And then if you look at the stalk of the goblet, you have got obviously the Ace of Spades there. And all along the bottom of the goblet as well, beautifully painted. Remember, this is like hand painted stuff. Absolutely awesome if you want to give a gift to someone that is into Motorhead, or you're just looking for something unique to drink out of. What an amazing goblet that is to have your drinks out of, I would say anyway. So there is the Motorhead one. I've also got something which is pretty creepy possibly if you're into this kind of thing. We have got a Spirit Board tankard. So this is a full-on resin tankard with a stainless steel insert, but as you can see from the design is based off of a Spirit or Ouija board. So that is absolutely awesome if you like that kind of stuff. It looks very, very cool. Again, beautiful paintwork and just the aesthetic of it, and all the little trim, the lovely little trim work, and on the handle as well. This stuff is absolutely gorgeous. You don't see it everywhere either, so it's more unique. So I do like having stuff like this. So that is a Spirit Board like tankard. That is also available on my site, which is in the description, guys. Let me just have another sip of water. It's actually quite warm in here, which is understandable because it's like a conservatory. Right, I'll put that down. I'll show you some other bits and pieces. Also got, let me just show up here. This is pretty awesome. There we go. Any fans of Terrifier? Any fans of Terrifier, they will appreciate this. This is the little pale girl Living Dead doll from Terrifier 2, which is really, really nice as well. So Living Dead dolls are like a range of 10-inch dolls, like vinyl dolls with about 5 points of articulation, and they're obviously based off of a range of different movies. They've got a whole selection of them, so you can like build a nice little collection, and they also do like their own ones as well, like their own brand, their own design ones. But they do have a lot of licensed ones, such as this pale girl from Terrifier 2. And if you just have a look at her, she is so nicely made. You've got the side ponytail there coming through her little hat on the top. The face sculpt is brilliant, completely captures her look, definitely. and again proper cloth dress there, and her black and white mismatch, well not mismatch, her black and white socks that go with her outfit. And there is a nice photo on the back of the doll pose, so you get an idea of what she looks like, because it can sometimes be tough to like gauge how nice something is through that window box, because obviously the window box does add a fair amount of glare, but you can see that she is very, very nicely put together. Very nice collectible. I would actually obviously put these out of the box because they are easy to. Mezco is a company that tends to design their packaging to allow you to like open and close it, so you can display your items for as long as you want, and then if you change your mind or you're looking to sell on, you can always then package them back up and they'll look like they've never been taken out of the box, which is always quite nice. So it's good for people that want to be able to display out of the box but still want to keep them looking in good condition when they do box them back up. So that is a very nice little figure as well. These are about 55 quid on my site, which is again a really good price. Mezco Living Dead dolls tend to be around that mark, between 40 to, some of them are even more, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one I've got is actually like 65. And then I've got a Chucky and Tiffany double pack, which is about 80, which I've also got here. Actually, I can show you. Let me just move that out of the way. Let me just quickly show you this as well. So this here is the Chucky and Tiffany double pack, which is quite cool. Now, Chucky and Tiffany have been changed in their design to match the aesthetic of Living Dead dolls. So they're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, because obviously they've changed like the proportions of their bodies and stuff, but they are still very cool. So there is your Chucky, and again proper cloth dungarees and clothes there, and there is Tiffany again in her jacket and her dress as well. So yeah, there you go. So that's the Bride of Chucky and Tiffany double pack. I think that's about 80, that one is. But again, very cool. And then obviously got Pale Girl, she's like 55. And then I did show earlier the Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. So we've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. Right, guys. Ooh, I'm getting absolutely boiled in here. I think I'm going to need to take a little break. It is very, very warm in here. I'm going to take my leave. So I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's popped into the chat. Really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy the stream, please do give it a thumbs up or whatever. Leave a comment if you can. And I really do appreciate you guys popping in the stream. I will be back live probably tomorrow with more stuff to show you. And yeah, we're going to just keep going on from there. Thank you everybody for popping into the stream. I'm going to go and cool off because it is quite warm in here. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a